This is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine, continuing the book of Proverbs. I have finished the chapter 29, and those are all the wisdoms of Solomon and the sayings about the wisdom from Solomon. And start from chapter 30 and chapter 21 are the sayings from different kings. One is from King Lemuel, the other one is saying of Agur, who is a son of Jackie and Massa. So I'm going to read it first. Sayings of Agur. The saying of Agur, actually, son of Jacob, the oracle. This man declared to Ethiel, and to Ukko, I am the most ignorant of man. I do not have a man's understanding. I have not learned wisdom, nor have I knowledge of the Holy One. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Who has gathered up the wind in the hollow of his hand? Who has wrapped up the waters in his cloak? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and the name of this son? Tell me if you know. Every word of God is flawless. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. Do not add to his words, or he will rebuke you and prove you a liar. 2 things I ask of you, O Lord. Do not refuse me before I die. Keep falsehood and lies far from me. Give me neither poverty nor rich, but give me only my daily bread. Otherwise I may have too much and disown you, and say, Who is the Lord? Or I may become poor and steal, and so dishonor the name of my God. Do not slander a servant to his master, or he will curse you, and you will pay for it. There are those who curse their fathers, and do not bless their mothers. Those who are pure in their own eyes, and yet are not cleansed of their filth. Those whose eyes are ever so haughty, those whose glances are so disdainful. Those whose teeth are swords, and those whose jaws are set with knives, to devour the poor from the earth, the needy from among mankind. The leech has 2 daughters. Give, give, they cry. There are 3 things they are never satisfied, for they never say enough. The grave, the barren womb, land which is never satisfied with water, and fire which never says enough. So I'm going to stop here and continue next, finish the chapter 30. So this is saying of Agur. From my limited resources, I couldn't find this Agur, and it says the son of Jake actually, an oracle. And from the note of this book said, or Jake of Massa. That's only explained the Jake. Who is Jake? And this Agur is son of Jake. And from the reading of this content saying he's not a king, this man declared to Ethiel and to Ukko. This Ethiel and Ukko refers to the Masoretic text, which means in different form of the language, it's the same as Hebrew, but a little difference. And saying that I am weary, O God, I'm weary, O God, and faint. This saying that this person declares surrender, saying that he's weak and weary, pray for God. And continually saying that I'm the most ignorant of man. I do not have man's understanding. I have not learned wisdom, nor have I knowledge of the Holy One. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Who has gathered up the wind in the hollow of his hand? Who has wrapped up the waters in his cloak? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and the name of his son? Tell me if you know. So this is saying I think it's this person, I think, is subdued, surrendered to the God, said, I do not know anything. I'm weary, O God, and faint, and said, I'm the most ignorant man. I do not know anything. I do not have man's understanding. Who is the heaven? Who goes to heaven? Who goes to the hell? Who gathered the wind? Who control the wind? Who are those hollow hands to control the wind? Or who are the one who can wrap up the waters with the cloak? Who established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and the name of his son? Tell me if you know. So this is saying that it's at the same time subdued and at the same time challenged. If you know, tell me who it is. But I am completely weary, because I think the hidden message is from what I see, from what the authors saw in the earth, the heaven and the earth, and not as was written or as promised to the people, probably. But you can read, interpret in your own way. Every word of God is, and now he's from here says the faith. Every word from God is flawless. He is a shield to those who take refuge to him. Do not add to his words, or he will rebuke you, prove you a liar. So this thing, all the words of God are flawless. I think probably referring to the Hebrew written words. Two things I ask of you, Lord. Do not refuse me before I die. Keep falsehood and liar from me. Give me neither poverty or riches, but give me only my daily bread. So this is in the humble heart. I do not craving for the richness, but at the same time plead for God, do not make me poor. Because, and that explained, otherwise I may have too much and disown you and say, who is the Lord? Or I may become poor and steal and dishonor the name of my God. So if I'm too rich, I will probably too proud to forget who is God. But if I'm too poor and without food, then I might think other ways to get food, then dishonor the name of God, also the command from Moses. There are those who curse their fathers, do not bless their mothers, those who are pure in their own eyes, yet are not cleansed from their filth, those whose eyes are ever so haughty, and those glances were so disdainful, those whose teeth are sword, and those jaws are set with knives, to devour the poor from the earth and needy from among mankind. These are the listing. I think the listing of what he saw. I think probably that's the part of the reason he wrote, who goes up to the heaven, who goes to the hell. So there's so many people here, not holy, not follow the law of God, but I did not say what kind of life they're living. Probably they're in heaven or beneath the earth, but did not say it. We do not know it. But it's just the reality, what he saw. And the leech has two daughters. Give, give, they cry. This leech means the demanding, craving for the power or the money. And there are three things that are never satisfied, they say in the Hawking. Four they never say enough. So this is the grave, the barren womb, the land which never satisfied with water, and the fire which never says enough. So this is saying that the four things really cannot be satisfied. The fire, that's we all know, and also the land is too big, cannot satisfy with the water. Always need the water. Just referring the heart, I think how unsatisfied heart will drain water and also will consume like a fire. And also those graves, of course, referring there's a note for this grave said grave referring to Sheol, S-H-E-O-L, referring to a special division of the Hebrew, I think, previously mentioned. And also the barren womb, which means, of course, that's the sad situation. This is the kind of puzzle I couldn't explain very well, and I think you can read and interpret in your own way. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.